So thank you for making the time today. I know you're very busy with all the things that you do. Moira Hutchison is talking with me today because we share similar viewpoints about what's happening now and how we need to support each other. And Moira, you have quite an extensive list of tools at your disposal. Let's see, we could talk about hypnotherapy. Or we could do a tarot reading.
Yep.
Or tell me a few things that you have.
We could use my letting go guidance system.
Yeah.
So I meditation teacher. I'm a life coach. I call myself a mindset cultivator, which is kind of, that's like the global term, if you like, for all the different pieces that I offer to help people, let go of, not even just let go, but to get clear on what's going on in your mind, what's going on emotionally, and then create tools and techniques to help let them go.
Well, that's an excellent point, because I've been really trying very hard to limit what I watch on social media, what I pay attention to, what the source is. And if I find that the little chatter in my brain is going off and saying, what if, you really are not taking this seriously, or it could be, you could lose your business, or blah, 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 the 100,000 things that go on in your mind. I think it's really important, because I know I'm not the only one, to bring it back into focus and say, okay, I'm here, I'm safe.
Absolutely.
And here are some things I can do to ground myself and bring me back to a better mindset.
Absolutely. And that's I love that you just said that, because the thing is we cannot allow ourselves to go too far into the future, because that what if is draining your energy.
Yes.
It is making this whole situation feel so much bigger. Who knows? I can't tell you if it is or isn't.
Yes, that's true.
But if we can stay here, just here. And so that's something, we are tactile human beings. We need touch. And I know a lot of people are stuck on their own. And so one key piece, and I was talking about this to another group recently, is give you a hug. Just hug. And I know some people that are big huggers. I'm a big hugger.
Me too.
And I know you are. So what we can do is, by doing this, and we can let's do this now. We can just breathe into the idea of hugging all your loved ones.
And self-soothing at the same time, right? Self-soothing.
You're self-soothing, absolutely. You're self-soothing, and you're actually, because I think this crisis is helping us realize that from our distance, we are all connected.
Yes.
But so if we can start taking this as an opportunity to get into those self-soothing, to slow down a little bit. And to your point, Heather, when I start finding myself on Facebook or any kind of social media, and like, let's face it, we're being bombarded email-wise too. Like, oh, you got to watch this, you got to listen to this, you got to read that. Maybe you don't.
Right.
Maybe you just, and so if that anxiety voice or conversation starts to go for you, that might be a wee tap on the shoulder to say, go look out the window, or go outside, go for a walk. I've been making sure that I go for a walk absolutely every day. Used to be a hit and miss thing for me, but now it's an essential that I do that.
I also thought it was very telling for you to say to stay present, because in our society we never are. And so this is a perfect opportunity to really change that whole dynamic around what our thought patterns are, and stop regretting the past, and stop anticipating the future, and just be here now. As Krishna Das would say.
Yes.
Somebody.
And lots of people say, absolutely.
Yeah, so mindfulness is very, very important, and it does mean being in the present moment. And look, am I okay in the present moment? Yep, I'm all here. I have a roof over my head. I have electricity. I have water. I'm very lucky. And the gratitude part of that really helps to bring you back to the present moment as well.
Gratitude and appreciate, and sort of slowing things down, like taking things at a pace where you go, I'm so grateful I have this running water to keep washing my hands.
Exactly.
Right? And the to the other part too, and I don't know about you, Heather, but I've been taking this opportunity to really revamp my self-care. I'm getting more sleep. I'm doing longer meditations. I've actually totally changed how I work out every day. And like I told you, I'm going for a walk every day. We don't have to hurry. We don't have to hustle, hustle, hustle. Yes, I know that wee voice is saying, oh my God, what if?
Mm-hmm.
What if I don't have enough money at the end of the month to pay my rent or to pay my bills? Because the bills are all there, right? And I know that. I feel that. But it's not here right now.
Yeah,
It's not,
absolutely.
it's not
And
here right now.
and this is the first time, and hopefully the only time, that we will have had the opportunity to handle this worldwide in a very thoughtful, considerate way, and the impact that we can all have on each other at this time because of social media, because all these things can go one way or the other. Yes. So why not make it a positive experience?
Yeah. I mean, I'm committed to making it a positive experience. And that's why I'm saying that to you. And you and I have been talking about that, is we can put our awareness on it being a positive experience and stay in the present moment. Make sure we're not ruminating about how things used to be and that was a bad choice.
Yes.
Just stay here, but understand it's human nature. We're going to do it. We can't help it. But to then look at what can I do? What can I do to make myself feel more peace right now? Well, and that's what I said. Like I said, go outside, be in nature. I live outside of the city, and I have been seeing such a change in just where I live, is that families are going out for walks together. They walk the dog together instead of just mom or dad hurrying down the road with it. So there's some real gifts with this too, but it's about one step and one step and one step, and being prepared to deal with the unexpected. Because it's all unexpected right now, isn't
it? Sure it is. It sure is. So tell me some, let's go through some things, you and I, right now, that people can learn at home. And then if they want more information, is the best place to go for that your website?
Yes, my website or my Facebook page. So my website is wellnesswithmoira.com. Okay. And you can find me Wellness with Moira on Facebook as well. So those are the two main places to find me.
Okay, I'll make sure to post those links when I post the video later on.
Great.
So that's awesome.
Yeah.
And so please lead on.
Some tips. Okay, so the first one, like I said to you, do that hugging piece. So I want to teach you a technique, all of you, a technique that, how I just said about coming into the present moment and understanding that you are going to get carried off by a little anxious voice inside of you going, oh yeah, but what if? So when you find yourself in those moments, and like I said, I know you will, what you want to do is remember that you're this tactile being that deserves and wants unconditional love. Mm-hmm. And to feel unconditional love, we tap into our body. I don't know if you can see. I've got my hands over my heart right there. Mm-hmm. So I like to do this a lot, just both hands or one hand. But if you prefer the hug or cradle your face or even just clasp your hands, the thing is that it has to be a tactile, compassionate position or feel for you to then be able to say something like, this is a moment of panic, or this is a moment of fear. This is a moment of freaking out about, can I pay my rent? This is a moment of wondering, right? So label what you're feeling. Be honest with yourself. This works when you're really vulnerable and honest with yourself.
Okay.
He's listening to you. It's like you make sure that we judge is going, oh my God, what would people think if they knew I felt like this? So like you can say, see, you've said this is a moment of this, and then you say something like, life is made up of many moments like this, There are so many other people having these kind of moments. So now you've created some space. You're not being squished down by it. But the whole time you're holding your position of comfort while you're doing this. And then you ask yourself, what can I do that will help me move to the next better feeling, or feel comforted, or feel supported, feel safe? Now, what happens with this is, because you are tapped into your own body's wisdom, your own inner wisdom, because you're holding yourself in compassion, you will immediately get a little insight. Your inner wisdom will say something, and it's always something simple, like go for a walk, go meditate, have a cup of tea. I used to have a cup of tea all the time. Have a cup of tea, go for a nap. There's Heather with her cup of tea. And then you go do that. And so does that make sense, Heather? It's like to just own it, name it, love and comfort yourself, and go do something.
It's a very autonomous practice, because I think there's a lot of feelings of helplessness right now.
Yes.
and loss of control. So
yes.
To bring it back to yourself, and to start listening to your own inner guidance, which all of us have, but many of us do not tap into. I think those are excellent points.
Yeah. No, and that's a really good point, because everybody does have that. But when we've got that panic voice spinning in our mind, we can't access it. So it's just to slow it down enough to tap in, then you'll get it. You will get it. And the more you do things like that, the faster it comes too.
Right.
It's like a wee bit like exercising a muscle.
Oh, for sure. And on your website, do you have resources like meditations people can look at, or
Absolutely.
How does the website work?
On my website, down the sidebar, not on the main page, if you click on any of the pages, there are some widgets that take you to Insight Timer. I have a whole library of guided meditations available on Insight Timer. There's also a link there to my podcast. I have a podcast where there's weekly episodes go out there too.
Oh.
So those are great sort of mindset shift, uplifting pieces. There are also, I think there's a tab called free resources, so you can download different PDFs and different exercises. And you can contact me through there too.
Right. So if anyone has questions or they want to learn more, then they should contact you at info@wellnesswithmoira.com. Yeah, I think that's a really, really good piece. And I think for people who ended up self-quarantining alone, it's super important to try to get in touch with those people and help them through this, because they've only got the little mind inside that's right. always going, and at least we have people we can bounce things off of, and so on. Mm-hmm.
But that's the beauty of being able to meet like this on video, is that it's not quite the same as being together in person, but at least having the video time it's very beneficial. I'm very grateful for the infrastructure that we have in the internet, you know.
I agree with you completely. And I do think a lot of people are saying, and I do agree, that this is a real opportunity for positive change in our lives and lasting change. We tend to forget once the crisis is over and we've developed tools, and we're like, don't need to do that anymore. You know, I'm good.
Yeah, I got there. It's all good. No, to be honest with you, I feel like this is going to bring permanent change. Like I think if you think back over the last sort of 6-7 months, this has been coming in energetically, and now we're here. It's like, no, this is not going to stop until we really get it. This is different times.
I feel sometimes like I'm a ship's mast, and I just have to remain upright no matter what happens in the ocean around me. You know,
that's a beautiful, beautiful way of doing that. I love that. I completely agree with you, because that's the thing, and that's what I've been saying, is that the constant right now is to expect the unexpected.
Right.
It's like, it's just, that's the new norm, right?
Yeah.
And because, you know, the other thing is, I actually really have always had this belief, and this one's serving me really well at the moment, is I believe that none of us are put in circumstances which we can't deal with. We don't always get to see that in that moment. But if you can just hold on with some trust of, I can't see it right now, but it's going to show up, or it'll become clear as I keep my mast upright.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's very cool. Well, thank you for this.
My
I hope
pleasure.
we can do it again soon.
Yeah.
And
Thank
I'll
you so
post this.
much for doing this, Heather. This is really
My pleasure.
powerful support for the community and beyond, I'm sure.
Well, it helps buoy me up too, so it's a little selfish.
Good for you.
All right, thanks so much.
Thanks, Heather.
Bye.
Bye.